Deebo Samuel is out. His season is over. Is his career over as a 49er? Has he played his final game with the red and gold?
No.
Oof.
And I know, but I don't see it. All right, so I'll give you two sides of this thing. Let's go with the half glass full, the Disney version. What should happen is Deebo should be released, and we should be able to take on the dead cap hit. We already have Eric Armstead's post-June 1 cap hit coming. We could take that. Deebo Samuel's cap hit is north of $30 million. All right, his dead cap hit. And I think for me, what would signify us moving, kind of ripping the Band-Aid off, is moving on from Deebo, because then you would say, all right, well, if you let go of Deebo, and on top of it, just the narrative is concerned, if Deebo goes, nobody's safe, right? If you let go of Deebo, then you know Kyle Juszczyk is gone, right? We already know that, what's the kid? I forgot his name already. The D tackle that we picked up who didn't do anything for us.
Oh, Khalil Davis.
No. The D tackle.
Lee Collins.
No.
Jordan Elliott.
The guy who we picked up from the Eagles, who we paid too much money to. See, you forgot his name.
Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about. Oh, Hargrave.
Hargrave, see?
I have no idea who you're talking about. Oh, yeah, way too much money.
Right? Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So my thing is that they already let him go. And I believe that would be us kind of hitting rock bottom, having 1 year of just a horrible season. But the caveat is we got all our draft picks. We have all our draft picks. We kind of spit the bit on a lot of the money that we have to spend, and we're out of cap hell. But that's not going to happen, Grant. What's going to happen is Deebo got restructured before the season. So in a sense, he got a bonus. They gave him a lump sum of money to move some things around. What I believe the Niners are going to do is they're going to sit him down and they're going to say, Kyle, do you want to do it or are we going to do it? Right? And that is going to be one of those type deals. Then they're going to sit him down.
The same conversation they gave Eric Armstead.
There you go. And they're going to sit him down and say,
I'm glad we're on the same page. We're on the same page for sure. They're going to give, hey, Deebo, we love you, man. And to show you how much we want you to stick around, we would like you to take a 200% pay cut.
Yep.
Deebo's going to be working to make like $16 million this year. We were thinking more like six.
Yep.
Rounding up.
Because you got the lump sum. All right. So we juiced the pot before this season. Mm-hmm. And look, you're not playing up to the performance of what you got coming in.
It's your numbers, man. We gave you every opportunity.
Yeah. Oh my God. And if you think about it, that's so true. It's like, look at the targets, man. You can't say that you didn't get any swings at bat.
Targets this year. He had 89 last year. He had 670 receiving yards this year. He had 4 touchdowns. Like,
I think they're going to ask him to take a pay cut.
You, like, you're not worth $16 million a year. 800 yards from scrimmage in 15 games. Like, $6 million is generous. So they'll say, we're going to cut your salary. He'll say
no. Yeah.
And they'll say, okay, well, would you like us to release you?
Do you want to release you?
Yes. And the Niners will say, look, we could have traded Deebo for a 7th round pick, but out of respect, we respect him so much that we've granted his request for a release, and he's going to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah. And
or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or wherever.
The way they'll frame it is we want to give Deebo the chance to get out on the market and kind of test his worth in a fair way. So we figured it was, just kind of nip this in the bud.
Team-friendly organization, and we love Deebo, and he loves us.
Yeah. So he's going to get asked to take a pay cut for sure after this season. And I think he's going to say no. And then I think ultimately they'll let him go.
I agree. I feel like go ahead.
They could do him dirty. They could trade him. Like they could trade him for parts.
I don't think they'll do him dirty.
Okay.
I don't think they will.
That would be a low budget. That would be a low move.
As a player-friendly team.
True.
Yeah.
A lot of people would see that if they did that. Well, everybody would see it. But
also, I don't want to get into it, but eventually there would be like a racial question coming on with this team. Sorry. If you get them dirty like that.
Yeah, because then it walks right into it. They'll go into Eric Armstead, then they'll go into Brandon Ayuk, and forget the fact that football just basically has 80% of African Americans, period. That's true. Yeah. That's true. But I mean, look, man. Look, I think that they're gonna ask, like we said, we're in lockstep on this one. They're gonna ask him. He's gonna say no, and then ultimately he's gonna walk off in the sunset. And Deebo will play for the Browns or the Jaguars. Yeah, but I feel like this is it.
He'll tell himself that the Niners were holding back, and he'll be so much better somewhere else, and he'll have 600 yards from scrimmage next year.
Okay, so hold on, wait a minute. We basically agreed this entire topic, so let's do a little work.
Sure.
What if he says yes? What if Deebo said
bluff? Like, oh no, we gotta.
Yeah.
Damn it.
What if he says like?
We really don't want it because it's like we're offering you $6 million to be like wide receiver 4 on this team because
and what if Deebo was like, honestly,
better than you. Ayuk's coming back. Kittle's getting targets. McCaffrey, you're our running back / kick returner. So actually, we're offering you $2 million. Like, what is the role and what are they offering him?
I don't know.
You don't get to play wide receiver anymore.
It's clear. I mean, I think the biggest thing was how we did against the Lions, although a beat up Lions team, need to say that. But Deebo was a non-factor last week.
They gave it to him a few times on the first drive. They gave him to him that one time on the pop pass, jet sweep in the red zone. That was it.
That was it.
10 targets for Ricky, 10 targets for Jennings. Like
they should have been doing this all year.
And Ayuk's coming back.
Yeah, they should have been doing this all year.
But no one told them to do it, man. Not us.
Nobody said anything about it at
hindsight.
all. No, nobody was asking why Deebo is a liability. At one point, see, you started with Tang. This year has so many great. We have to do a show where we just go over the greatest hits of the year.
We're going to do that at the end of the year. We're going to give ourselves our flowers and our demerits.
Tang was good.
Tang was off the dome.
Tang, yeah, I like. It's always good when it's off the top. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Okay. Gammon Brown says Moody Bosa Trump 2025. Okay. The Dark Azrael says, can dumb down your questions for Kyle Shanahan so he can understand them and answer them. The understanding part was the best part. Patrick Engler says, you guys more entertaining this season than the Niners. I loved reading your dad when I was younger. Coach of Purdy play out 4th year, draft quarterback, O-line. Yeah, I'm cool with Purdy playing out the 4th year. I think.
Yeah, me too.
Tim Ryan said it on the radio out here, which I thought was kind of amazing. Like, you work for the Niners, and you said that on their flagship. Wow.
R. Ryan?
Tim Ryan.
Oh, okay.
The color
commentator. Yeah, the color. Yeah.
Michael says, does Kyle finally land Cousins? He'd be a significant upgrade over Dobbs Allen. Mayoko said he wouldn't be shocked if it happens.
I have something to say about that.
Go ahead.
If Kirk Cousins comes here, there is absolutely no way in hell that he does not find the field. He is going to play.
If they make Brock play out his 4th year, then yes. If they give Brock the extension, I don't think Kirk will want to come here.
That's true. Because he'll be an official backup quarterback.
Yeah. But if it's like, well, Brock has something to prove and he might hold out and you could possibly play, then yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. He still is going to want to hold on to that starting quarterback cachet as long as he can.
Yeah. And I don't know if he'll get an opportunity, but he might. Manhattan John says, did you guys miss the press conference? Kyle said it was his fault. Problem solved. Super Bowl. Chunder Boy says the Niners are going to do the bare minimum roster moves as far as cap is related. We are rolling over $50 million. That's not an accident. Love this show. So that means they're going to do stuff?
So we're going to be heavy. We're going to be big players in free agency.
Maybe. NorCal Refrigeration and HVAC wants to know.
Don't read that. No.
No. Mac Jones said $19 million kick returner. What a come up.
What a come up. We're balling.
Boxing fan 4 times says, if Abdul Carter or Mason Graham are on the board, do you draft either one or still go for O-line?
I like Mason Graham.
For the Niners to learn from 2018. You needed an offensive lineman. You took McGlinchey over Derwin and Minka, and I'm sure other good players too. Offensive line is good, but you don't reach for anything in the first round.
You know what I'd like to do? I'd like the Niners to take best player available. I'm over us. Yeah.
Everyone's saying this is a blip of a year and you're not going to be drafting this high ever again. So make it count. Get some premium blue chip talent.
Yeah, get a blue chip guy.
Jared Owen says draft Cam Ward. Well, that might be tough.
That's not.
You know, all of a sudden that other quarterback from Ole Miss is getting like flying up boards, getting top 10
Jackson Dart.
consideration. Jackson Dart. What a great name for a quarterback, first off.
I shouted out Jackson Dart in our what are we gonna do?
He looks really good. Here's what I like about Jackson Dart as someone who doesn't watch college football, played 4 years, has plenty of reps, and is mobile too. That's all. That's my official scouting report.
All right.
On
So
Jackson
you ready
Dart.
for this? You ready for this?
Yeah.
I got a guy that I would love the Niners to draft if they got for like a project quarterback. Will Howard, Ohio State's quarterback, dog. First of all, dude, hear me out. He's 6'4", 240, prototype size, big arm, runs a 4.8, played at K-State for 4 years, and set the record with 48 career touchdown passes. All right. He had a completion percentage of 73.2%. All right, this year. And he saved his best game for last against that game against Oregon. Bro, I'll tell you this right now. Will Howard is a guy where I would love, I mean, at his worst, he could be a spaz. He could be Daniel Jones. But at his best, he could be something.
I love how like 2 weeks ago it was like, man, this is not the year to draft a quarterback. And now it's like, you know what? There's a couple of guys. And I love that. It's like, good, man. It's an important position. Stop messing around.
I'm a Will Howard guy, man. I like him.